It's your boy Seven Sins.
Rodriguez.
And this is Actuality Speaks.
Podcast, baby.
The realest conversations.
The realest stories.
The realest topics.
The realest people. And of course,
The realest hosts. It's Actuality Speaks. If it ain't real talk,
just stay silent.
Pas de soleil, 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 pas de soleil.
what's going on? It's your boy Seven Sins.
Rodriguez in the building.
And you already know this is Actuality Speaks podcast.
And today we got a special guest.
Hall to Dudley Street. The definition of struggle is all that I see. It's like we're trained in the army, be all you can be. But all I see is painted murals saying R.I.P. Damn, rain smacking the caddy window. His mom out there tricking for 20s below zero. Rap music raises the trappers was like heroes. I told him before you shoot it, think of jail. He don't care though. Whoa. Remember I was in that same spot, but for the hood in broad daylight, I let that bang pop.
You already know, man. Exit Fame. You already know.
Who's the man in the corner? Who's the man in the corner?
I'm Danger, man. Majestic. You know that.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Let's go.
First off, appreciate y'all for being on.
Yes, sir.
We had a couple of little discrepancies. Y'all should have been on already.
Yeah, right,
But
right.
you know, we finally got y'all, and that's what supported my G. So we're gonna jump it off the way we always jump it off. You know what I'm saying? I wanna know Fame as a youth, man. Fame from a young boy. Like, what got you started, brother? Like what was it like as a youth?
Honestly, man, grew up in the hood, man. But I mean, I come from a good family. I'm not like, I didn't grow up like with fucked up family. My people had issues, but they were present.
Right.
Grew up on Faiston Street, man. As a kid, man, like my whole entire life. And pretty much, I thank God, man, that my mother had me in the church at a young age. My father did music, he toured, he did all kind of stuff like that.
Singing?
And the Charmers, his group was the Charmers.
Oh, that sounds like
Yeah.
they was over there.
Yeah.
Shit sounds smooth.
And they was doing they 1-2, and I got, you know what I mean, one younger brother that passed. I got two older sisters, one in LA, that's my father's daughter, and she's doing music, and I got my sister and my nieces and nephews, man, and music just runs in our blood. I was in the choir as a young kid. I always wanted to.
Okay, you was singing.
Nah, I was just in the choir, man, like, you know what I mean?
Did she sing too?
Who, my sister?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Blue Nile. She's in Los Angeles.
Hold on.
Blue Nile in Los Angeles. She's with Robin Thicke and all them, man.
That name
She's,
sounds super familiar.
yeah, nah, she's doing the thing. She makes a different type of music. I don't know what you would call that, but she's an artist though. And yeah, check her out, man. And she's doing her 1-2, and my father. So it's just like music is just. I think it was more of a therapeutic situation for me and my.
Absolutely. Hey,
Definitely
listen, same here. You know what I'm saying? For
Definitely
us,
is.
same vibe. Like that's what kind of geared me towards. Like I mean, yeah, I did my little 1-2s out there, but it was like music definitely saved
Right.
nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like.
Change your life.
You dig? Like it was like when it was like when you feeling that anger, you feeling like I want to go do some shit. You're like, let me go write these down in some bars.
Right.
You know what
Man.
I'm saying? I hear a dope beat and that'll just take you away from the
Right.
bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, nah, I can relate to that, bro.
Right. Yeah, I was at a young age, man. I just felt. I think my first rap album. I think that was in 93 or 94. I think the first one I bought, it was Christmas. I got Dog Food, and then I had Onyx back. Onyx, it was what was it called? Last Days. I think that was their album. I forgot the name of it, but I had those two albums, and All We Got Is Us. And I just fell in love with rap music, man. And even ever since, even when we was in middle school, like I was starting printing things up in the Xerox copy, we got a record label coming, we were running around the hallways, like.
So you spitting that?
I mean, I still remember my first rap I ever wrote.
Yo, you rapping back then?
Always.
I remember because I'm older, but he was a little younger. But I never considered him young niggas.
Yeah.
We didn't have no older heads coming up, so all we had was us. It was like 15, 20 of us coming in with, but certain people was rapping, and he was one of them. I remember, like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Always spit. Battle rap, everything, man. I had my phases with rap. I went from battle rap, you couldn't tell me I wasn't from the West Coast when Pop was popping.
You know, so crazy.
When I went to, and then, what?
I remember I was the one beatboxing back in the day.
Oh shit! Man.
Hold on. Let's talk about that. Beatboxing and graffiti and everybody's breaking.
Yeah. He did. Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? It's coming back now. Though.
It's
coming back now. That's when it was coming. But it's coming back now. Like you had to be the illest beatboxer. Like, you hit you get some sticks and be hitting.
It was about the skill set. Right?
Yes,
whatever you was doing, it was about your skill set.
Right.
You had to be nice.
Right.
It wasn't no just getting through. It wasn't just no getting through. Because if you came in and you was, if you was having a bad day, that was it.
Yo, you know what? I would highlight that because every time I put like what we call today a freestyle, you know what I mean? Conviction as an MC, it always comes upon me. I'm like, that ain't no fucking freestyle, you wrote it. I'm from the era where freestyle was off the top. You know what I mean? But now we call them, you know what I mean, whatever. But every time I'd be like, that ain't really a freestyle, bro. But because I remember being upstate in battles and it would be like, you're going off the top, like, so if you had a battle and this dude was putting 50 soups on you, it'd be like, and it was like a big thing in the yard, and it'd be like, so are we going in with written or are we going off the top?
Right.
Like it was crazy. I remember that, man. I remember that.
That's real shit.
That we lost our way.
Hey man, so now, like, granted, because I know y'all cats, y'all street niggas, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Niggas been in the street.
Right.
So, I want to tell you, you've been rapping. Where would you say that the lines got blurred between you, for like wanting to be a MC in the streets?
For me, I was a follower. As I told you, I grew up, I didn't come from that type of family. I had drug addiction in my family, but I didn't have, you know what I mean, like, we didn't have food stamps and all that type of shit. Like, we had good Christmases. I was in the church.
And not to cut you off, bro. Not to cut you off. I wanna salute you for being real about it.
Yo, you know what? A lot of people,
so many people lie and want to be that person that was just from the mud and you really wasn't. You feel me?
That ain't my story.
Like, I respect the fact that you keeping it a buck, bro. Like, like my family wasn't bad. Like, I had a good family. Like, real talk, cause I could relate to a certain extent. Like, my parents were good people.
Especially when you said I was a follower.
I was a follower like a motherfucker. You don't hear nobody say that shit. You never hear nobody say that shit.
It's like, nigga, what you mean you was a follower?
But the thing is, though, we had loyalty.
Right.
He was very loyal. It doesn't matter what he was loyal, and it was all in. That's
But see, this is where the home situation influenced my decisions because as my brother died at a young age, and then I believe my nephew, shout out Chris Brook, famous Nobodies, all them, and they moved down south. I was in the house by myself. My mother was working in Connecticut. I would sneak out the back window and go up the street, and just to prove myself. See, being a follower is dangerous. I would go to any extent to prove myself. I was the best follower to the point where it was like, it became, you know what I mean? I reaped what I sowed.
Right. But you basically built yourself off that though. You can say that?
Yeah, man. It put me in. I followed my ass all the way to shooting the bus station up. That case is done. We can talk about that. I did my time. But nah, man. But it put me in a situation where my life was gone for 7 years, off of a decision at 16 years old. And yeah, man. And
shit was real back then. It was grimy.
Absolutely.
Like it was fucked up.
It was like you said, it was real. It wasn't smoke and mirrors like it is now. You know?
For me, it was just like exciting because I was in that follower mind state, and I didn't understand I didn't understand the definition of consequence at that point in time in my life.
None of us did though.
Likewise. I think we all been in that boat.
But some was didn't though. You know what I'm saying?
I think we all been in that boat. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like you just in the moment, my G. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then after the fact, it's like you see, like you say, you sit in that cell, like what the fuck?
But even then, and this is how tapped I was. Even then, I was like, yes,
like you made it, right?
I made it. I did it. I did it. You know what I mean? Like, I would call.
Only because you wasn't in that predicament before.
Right, I would call I remember calling on that jail phone, calling my mother. Like, is anybody checking on me? Like, they want to know. Like, I was like, and I wish I got my ass whooped my first times in, cause I had fun in there in the beginning. So so going to jail just became like.
And then the kind of like the fact that you say that like you have fun in it, like
in the beginning.
For me, it was like I was more so just because I was always labeled as the individual. Like, yo, nah, man, shit, this nigga he'll never get back for shit. You know what I'm saying? I was used to that.
Right.
I got cocky with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I got with 100 niggas and all them niggas done their business for this nigga right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm untouchable, nigga. You feel me? I'm untouchable.
But I was the one, I ain't gonna lie, I was one of the bullies in my neighborhood too.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I was the bully in my neighborhood, and yo, go and do this. Go do this. Oh, you got that coming. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it don't, as I get older, thinking, I'm like, damn, that didn't feel good, because you hurt people that's not cool. You feel me? Like, families now. Now it's older. I mean, it's like,
you get the realization. It's like I said, I'm so big on energy now. You feel me? The energy that I read. Like, man, I was just talking to my mom's about this the other day. Like, just talking about all the old bullshit that I used to do with her through. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, mom, like, I used to put so much foul energy around the family and the kid itself. That's why all this fucked up shit used to happen. I used to be sitting there like, yo,
look, hold on, you know what's crazy? Me and my wife was talking about that, and you didn't even realize you was blaming everybody but yourself.
Right.
That's a fact.
Right. Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy. That's a fact. Yo, blaming, and now you're like, damn. Now you older. Now you're like mature. Now you're like, yo, I apologize. I fucked up a lot of shit for my family. Like, absolutely. And then I had to realize, damn. I put them in positions that they had to be the way they were.
You know what I'm saying?
Or they'd be like, I'm not going around him. He's my nephew, but he might take my purse. Or,
you think what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you think about it's an awful feeling.
Right. So now it's like, damn. Now you're older and you're mature. Now you're like, damn, I gotta apologize as a man, or you know what I mean? Like,
you have to own up.
Change. You know what I mean? But yeah,
you got you.
Crazy, man.
Nah, that's real shit.
Relatable, dog. Remember that shit, though.
Real shit.
Well, I remember Fame. Fame was nice, dog. Rapping.
Now, you used to go by Fame Flint.
Fame Flint, yeah.
Talk about
that. Me and Winner, yeah, man. That was an era, man. It was me, Winner. We had alliances with East Coast Cali, Last Days.
Yeah, we
had a whole little thing.
I remember Last Days.
Yeah, Last Days.
He's still pop. He's doing his thing now.
I seen a couple of his new joints. He tagged some shit with Benny and all that.
Nah,
he's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's doing his thing for real. There was a big umbrella under a circuit at that point in time.
Every Saturday we had Whiplash on Smash. I'm telling you, it's on Whiplash. I think it was a stove.
Yeah, but I was Fame Flint, man. We did tapes with we did business with DJ Ron G. We did business with Vinny Idol. Okay. We had shows where they had brought Little Durk. This one before Little Durk was popping. French Montana before they was popping. Like
your name was going around. It was like back.
Vado, Santana. You can actually go and look at my page is still the same. So if you really go scroll all the way down and see pictures with all those dudes, man.
Murder everybody.
Yeah.
Because I recall, like when
he was ready, but the mind wasn't right. You feel me? So
enough brought it to my attention. He was like, he used to go by Fame Flint. I'm like,
I recorded my last.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, the name. Like I said, we never met. Obviously, we never met at the time, but it's like, definitely. I'm like, that name was definitely around.
I recorded my last Fame Flint song with rhymes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you got that somewhere in the cut.
That's hard. That's hard. Well, I mean, shit. So you said you caught the bid at 16.
Yeah.
Did 7.
Yeah, it was a 4 to 6 year sentence, and then I would get out and then
go right back in.
I would get out and then there would be some other crazy wild. I don't glorify the rah rah. It was bad. I was playing ping pong with the system, back and forth, 4 to 6, 2 to 3, 18 months, 6 months. Like, I believe at the end, my last time I was in jail was in 2017. 2017 to 2018. My last time in jail, and they give you a census when you release on a sentence. Yeah. And my census is 17 years and 3 months all together in the system. You know what I mean? Out of my life, and they tell you that, and it's like this is how much you invested in here with your life. Right. Yeah, and that's I got that. The paperwork shows that shit. That's crazy.
That's wild shit, my nigga.
Yeah. Ain't worth it no more though.
It's not.
Never been.
We were just discussing that as an artist like yourself and what you know what I mean. We're in an era where hard work beats talent.
Yeah.
And consistency overrides both of them.
Shit.
Right.
And I believe, like, you know what I mean, I'm really influenced with Nip, and I believe that's why he called his shit the marathon, because this is consistency. Like we were just discussing it. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for the, because I rap what I live. I'm broke. We don't have the money to do what we do. I work 2 jobs. I grind. I'm not in my music telling you I trap. I don't sell drugs. I don't pimp hoes no more. And I was an unsuccessful pimp at that. But the thing is though, it's very crazy with rap, because you got people that are living their lyrics, but you gotta understand the odds is against you once you're doing things illegal. So you gotta stay free, you gotta stay creative, you gotta keep the paper coming in somehow. Right. It's these obstacles as being an artist, and anybody that's here that's doing it on a consistent level, that's what stands out. The talent doesn't. Now you get talent with it, you know what I mean? It's a plus. It's a plus, but it's a moving road.
I mean, but I mean, where the game is now, it's just, I mean, of course, it's very different. It's super oversaturated.
It's tainted.
It's tainted as hell. Like you said, like I was saying, it's smoke and mirrors now.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of people that are trying to base their lyrics off of the real individuals. Of the individuals that done some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
You can tell the difference if you're an MC.
I mean, you can tell the difference. Like we know, and I feel like that's what deterred a lot of us from not fucking with it. You know, I know a lot of people that was going, like myself.
Right.
I'll drop some shit from time to time, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. My pursuit, as far as being an artist, isn't the same anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this shit, I started getting real annoyed with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Doing shows and the bias shit, like these niggas is going with these fucking phony ass niggas sounding like they from Shy and shit. It's like
that's what I hate about everybody.
It got annoying. You know what I'm saying? It got real annoying.
And everyone started sounding the same.
That's why. But
it was like,
I agree 100% with that. And shout out to this is an announcement. You know what I mean? Shout out to Leeds Entertainment, because that whole Cambridge circuit in the Middle East, it gives like artists that are creating different vibes and different forms, like the white spitters and the college heads, and they come and they support those shows. You know what I mean? And I'm happy that this summer that we'll be involved with that circuit. You know what I mean? So there's a place for us, the real spitters. There's a place.
Still a spot. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like just the mainstream is just it's annoying to look at, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, and then people like us, once we speak up on it, it's stop hating on new stuff. And like, listen, us as MCs, we know not to do that shit all day.
Right.
Fucking think I can't spit off a fucking a drill beat like it's nothing, and I'm gonna still sound like me. Yeah. But it's just the simple fact that like all these little niggas
sound the same.
Sound just like them. Sound like the little.
I think Snoop was on his show before, and he had talked about that shit, and he was like, one time he tried to start rapping like the Migos. He was like, this ain't my shit. This ain't for me. But what he said though was, we're in 2021. It keeps evolving. The music.
You have to move with time.
So as I'm doing,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But as we're doing with Dope World, I had to bring these young dudes in, because you can reach. What I'm trying to do, we trying to touch masses.
Right.
Y'all can reach people I can't reach, and we blend the worlds together, and it's coming together. But It should annoys me sometimes, but
It doesn't annoy me.
Sometimes.
iPhone 20 annoys me too. But them motherfuckers popping out here, you know.
What I'm saying, and that's what it's all about. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're popping, it's numbers.
Like, I understand, but we didn't have to do all that gimmick shit.
We did.
She said we didn't have
All
to.
that.
I'm
Nah.
telling
But you couldn't do it.
Just to sell records.
Social media.
Like,
Let's be honest. Let's talk about it. Social media fucked everything up. Because back in the day,
Nah, fuck
if you
that.
was an MC, we had to hand out posters, stickers,
Footwork.
we had footwork.
Exactly.
Like, we really had to go out there and really
Grind.
do stuff.
Pop
Like,
that
people
chart.
talk to
for real, if you want to know,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
blocks. I'm so like blocks. If you want to know somebody, you had to go to that block or you have to know. It's like certain areas you go to, certain motherfuckers got to. If you was a whack dude at certain parties,
Yeah, you didn't have.
That's how
all my life, no bullshit. That's how it was.
Yeah, that's dead.
On social media, you could be anywhere, anybody you want.
Listen,
Like this.
Yo, the people that change, like the people that make the. I was having this conversation with another dude the other day, and he was like, the people that like make the calls and make the decisions to get people signed and all that. You might catch a person. Peep this. He was like, you might catch a person at a fucking nightclub in Miami, buzzed out his mind, high, vibing, good. And you just caught him at the right moment. You paid for your followers, you paid for your views, and when he goes to your page, the numbers look good right there. And you just caught him in a good vibe.
Exactly.
You're on, kid. Like, this guy is popping.
Exactly.
And it's like he just skipped the line.
That's how it goes.
Like,
now.
I look at
Exactly.
social media has its pros.
It does.
Has its pros. If you use it the right way, it can be very beneficial.
Right.
But I feel like the cons, they kind of outweigh them pros.
they
You know what I'm
do.
saying? Because look at all the foul shit that go on there. It's like a cheat code. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is.
It's like you could literally like. That's why they wake up and say, you know what, I'm gonna rap.
And this is what
You know
she's
I'm saying?
talking-
I'm an
this is-
artist.
Look, it's 1,000 people that do that a day.
Bro,
But this is what
1,000
she. But this, no,
1,000 podcasts.
but this is what she's talking about though. As coming from I don't think we're in the golden era, but we was right out the golden era, right there, where lyrics and authenticity matter. And I can't buy views or do that shit because I want to see my growth.
Absolutely.
I don't want to wake up one day with 5,000 views. Like, where the fuck did that come from?
Right,
Like,
it don't matter.
it looked good, but at the same
It looks
time,
good, it
I
looks good.
understand the marketers.
I mean, I get the
It's pros and cons, but
I get the business
integrity-wise,
aspect.
it's
Me personally, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what?
If I'm gonna just get 20 on, if I'm gonna just get 20, I'm gonna just
I'm not
get 20.
speaking this. There's a lot of people that do that, though. I'd rather have our
That's good for them.
I'd rather have our 500 views.
That's
And
exactly.
guess what? 500,
I earned
one a
them.
day. One a day.
Right.
At least I know it's real.
Bro, I earned
Exactly.
them.
we earned it. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and I see, as far as social media goes, right? Like, I see, when you post, I see nothing. You tag. You know what I'm saying? You tag folks, and that's you're supposed to do that shit. Me personally, I had a little debate with somebody about the tagging thing.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel conviction when I do it.
You know what I mean? But like nowadays, like early on, yeah, I was tagging niggas heavy. You know what I'm saying? I was like one of them niggas I tag like as many people as I can.
Right.
But
Networking. Trying to network.
you trying to network,
Yeah,
but in the
aggravated
long
people.
run of it, I looked at it like I tagged like damn near 100 motherfuckers, but yet I got about what? How many likes?
27.
Like, so really does it matter?
So 15.
But then as time passed, I just started just putting it out there. Just put it out there. I'm gonna see who really bites. You know what I'm saying? And then over time, like, it builds.
You drop the jewel.
That's
No
what
bullshit.
you see who bites.
That's when you see who bites.
That's who
Because
fuck with you.
I did a video.
Exactly.
I did a real little simple ass video dedicated to my daughter. I put no promotion behind that shit. I literally just put it there, posted that shit. Damn near 10,000 views.
Exactly.
You did
They ain't put nothing behind, no
Look,
bread, no
You
nothing.
did something else. What you get?
They ain't get that much, bro.
Huh? So
Nah, on dogs, I feel that, you know, I try to be strategic with people and with all the tagging and all that, and then there's spurts where I just
Because
go.
I know who's like I said, there is a strategy with
There's a
tagging.
strategy.
You tag the right people. Like you tag. There's a focus on the tag.
Yeah.
Then you got the other niggas who really just fucking tag everybody.
Yeah, niggas. I don't give a
That
fuck
shit gets
about
on my
rap
fucking
music.
nerves.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. There's a few of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they tag you in everything, nigga. Like, bro, like chill, my nigga. nigga. Like, this shit's annoying as fuck. It's always I gotta start.
Nah, but then you do it, then you let that leave that motherfucker alone for like 6 months.
Just leave that shit.
You know what I mean? But if you got a big project and you're trying to promote something,
I understand.
You know what I mean? But this is why the sponsoring ads. I love that I love that they did that sponsoring ads. I'm real heavy on that.
That's not bad.
And just to see the consistency, and when they see it look like a sponsored ad or commercial, it's like, oh shit. I had a lot of people coming to be like, yo, I seen your shit though, the little commercial.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, I was like,
That shit's dope.
you know what I mean? So
That's what it's for.
pros and cons, you know what I mean? But it's a balance. I do agree with that.
So when alright, so let's say after the bid, after you came home 2017, right? That was the last time.
The last time, yeah.
Right? Now, what was the conditions of? Backtrack a little bit. What was the conditions of, like, I guess your last joint? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it like, was you influenced as far as like substance, or was it just like you was just out here bugging?
I was fucking bugging. I was in, as Fame Flint ended 7 years ago. I self-destructed. I took that whole operation out. Man, I fell into a situation where my dad died. I think I was in a real heavily emotional relationship that I lost, and I was selling drugs. I would call myself being a pimp, and it was so much shit that I was going. But the results of me living that lifestyle, what I brought to my home. Hence, had I known that my father deals with addiction, I found him dead from sneaking in my stuff. And the guilt, see, the thing about the universe, all this destruction and hurt that I put out there, it was returned to me. And
karma.
Yeah, and it was returned to me in 7 years of darkness where I became my best customer with dope, sniffing coke. It started off with I had a fucking brawl with the Hells Angels, like a jaw broken. I got stabbed 4 times in my backyard trying to, you know what I mean? The robberies started happening, and then 7 years of hell, and then got shot up, you know what I mean, at my house. Like I was bringing.
He was going through it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
He was going through it.
Music was not popping. I had the pleasure of having these brothers in my life because people don't forget who you were, but it was just like, what the fuck is going on? But I had people like Danes where when I would get bagged or I would be in a detox or I would be in a program, I can call these people and they would help me out and all that.
So what was your wake up moment?
My wake up moment wasn't any of that. Not even my father died. It wasn't none of that. My wake up moment, I came home. Toxic relationships is a drug too. I was in it deep with my son's mother, and man, we finally made this boy, and came home, started fucking up. In my last year, started smoking. It was the damage that dope did to my life in 7 years. What that shit did in a fucking 2 weeks, it was ridiculous, nigga, crazy,
Deep. Look at the face. Like, damn.
What the fuck, man?
But he's honest, and that's one thing about.
No, I wear this. Nah, I'm proud of this now because now I'm a testament of what God can do for your life. And so basically at that point, with my finally got this baby. We was both in the program trying to do the clean thing, and recovery and getting clean, either you're doing it or you ain't. So we was fucking up just trying. Whenever you say I'm trying, you're bullshitting. And we ended up getting this son, man, and the relapse happened. I influenced her, she influenced me, whatever.
Not to cut you off, what that look is, because you're standing here right now and all that shit that you go through right here, it's like amazing to see what he's become.
Yeah, I'm proud of my bro.
Exactly.
Because that's something I never gave up on him.
Not even fully knowing you, it's like, damn, like, he's strong. And I'm proud to see what you have become, not even knowing.
Right.
That's just real.
Yeah, so that's my dog, man. And that's no funny. He helped me change. He helped me change who I am. Like, I never know about God and all that. Guess what? His growth helped me grow. Helped me learn who God is and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm studying. I'm still learning.
Right.
We're all nobody's perfect. We all human. But now it's like, I know I gotta do the right thing because I did all the wrong things and nothing good happened.
And that's how you know when
So
you have good people around you.
Right.
And you keep those type of people around you.
Right. No bull.
Facts.
Yeah. So to my dog,
so,
no, she felt it.
Can I get that?
Oh,
She felt it. And
Well, of course.
when you around you're real, and you know real.
yeah.
Recognize it.
But yeah, man, that moment, man. So we got this little boy, and it was me and her, and man, this was the lowest of my life, influencing her, and while pregnant, she was getting high, and we was getting high with each other, and then it was just one day in 2019, man. Yeah, because I'll have almost 2 years clean in August, and it was just one day, man. It was like one day. I think I had like 3 warrants again. Fucking probation was on my back. The detectives kept coming by the house because I was robbing everything. Every fucking thing.
Look.
Fucking.
Yo, you know,
Mass most wanted.
Friday.
I was just about to say Friday.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same
I want to
shit.
die. I share my whole
Yeah.
life. Look, I want to die. I share my whole life.
Yeah, land warning. Yeah, man, and I had all these warrants, detectives coming to my house, man. I had this kid that was coming, and we made it all the way to like 7 months, and then the relapse happened, and it just hit me at that point because what comes with drug addiction, everything that comes with it. I was allowing her to be with guys while pregnant, bro, just to get the next one.
Degrading.
And and doing things myself, you know what I mean? Like I would steal from my mother, steal from my kids, blah blah blah. The whole story that I do recovery work, but I never post that type of stuff because it's not exploited. My fellowship is my fellowship.
Right.
But and it hit me, man. I was in detox, just hiding from the law. And it hit me one day. This crazy look. That's my dog, man, my son's mother. But it just, you know what I mean? For me to get correct, I had to let that go. Getting off of toxic relationships is like harder than dope, nigga. But and one day she just came to the window at the detox, like, I got money, let's go. You know what I mean? I was out there looking in the window. I'm fucked up like 2 days clean, withdrawing, snots in my own. I said, I can't. And I got down and tears just started falling, and I started praying in that moment. And in that moment, the definition of surrender is to cease to an authority of your enemy. You cease to the authority. And my enemy at that time was addiction, the lifestyle, everything. And I ceased to it. And someone gave me the hint, man, when you surrender, there's gonna be people that come to your room like, all right, it's time to wake up. Here goes your meds. You can't go here, you can't go here, don't talk to that person. Just like a nigga run up in the spot. Everybody on the floor, you listen.
Absolutely.
Same thing with this situation. I listened all the way through. I wasn't fucking around this time. And gradually, it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy process. And you get levels, you got detox, you get the holding, and then you make it to the halfway house. And by the time I made, this is whether I be in jail, I'm in detox. Once I didn't have the drugs to use, this is how I know music for me is so spiritual, and I use it to get out of myself.
Right.
No matter the point of life where I'm at, I start writing.
Absolutely.
And I started writing again. And he stayed in my corner, man. Him and his wife, dog. Like they would come bring me money at the programs and shit. And he told me, I got this dude rhymes, bro. No, I had already knew rhymes, but I was fucking up, and I hit him. He was like, "What's up with him?"
Yeah,
and I think I finally made it. I finally got a real cell phone again, because when you're fucked up in the game, you get Obama phones and trap phones.
I cut you off. At the time, I was already had push DVD. You know what I'm saying? Had the artists and doing. I'll have Boston Crate. 2015 was no media outlet.
No, we in different times now.
I know, but I'm just bringing it back. I remember you gonna tell your story, but
I was in hell, but at that point in time, I'm talking about the story. I'm talking about when it came out. Majestic was already, Majestic was made, and I told him, yo, hit rhymes up, and I was about like 6, 7 months clean, and I came right here to this place, man. I have a whole project with him, and then COVID hit, bam, and this was God for me, man. COVID came and I was like, what am I gonna do? I had a whole project with him. This building had to get shut down, and I knew I wasn't scared of the disease. I've been dope sick before. I don't give a fuck. COVID, whatever. I used that time and all the money that came through, and I built Exit Fame at that time, and it just kept going, man. And I just kept going. I kept going to meetings, and like I do both work, and then I'm praising God, and before you know it, it's a team that I remember. It was just me. It would be just me. Remember, the Sierra was here. It was just like 3 of us. Exit Fame and 3 lights. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I remember, and then
it's about you believing, bro. Like, you have to believe the shit, and like you said, you surrender. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like me, not as far as like that type of addiction. I was addicted to as far as the lifestyle, doing things, and just I had this whole mentality where this is where I always, because I'm a very patient individual, but whenever I break my patience, that's when I get in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's good. See, I'm about patient.
Y'all getting Jews in this. Y'all getting Jews in this.
But I'm just not learning how to be patient. You know what I mean? So
that's when I used to argue. Like again, I was telling you, like I was always dude, never in jail. What you talking about? Me, nigga, never. But then I finally ended up behind fucking bars, and I was like, and I was more so. And I'm gonna tell you what pissed me off more, bro. What got me more mad than anything? That I fell into this shit so fucking like it was normal, like I've been there before.
Right.
That shit made me mad. That shit upset me, nigga. I was like, why the fuck do I feel like why am I comfortable? You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be this comfortable, nigga.
Right.
I should feel like nigga, like fucking nigga, I should be scared. The fuck? I wasn't scared. It was just like, it's like I've been here before. And that shit annoyed the shit out of me, bro. But not only the fact that it was like, nigga, I'm like, how the fuck you end up here, nigga?
Right.
But then you had to look at the bigger picture. But then again, my brother told me some ill shit before I got caught up and bagged and everything. He told me some ill shit. Like you say, you finally fully surrendered. I never fully surrendered to my bullshit. It was always one foot in, one foot out.
Yeah, nigga. Right.
My brother told me some ill shit one day because it was like there was everything that led up to the situation of me getting bagged. And then I ran into him, and then after some bullshit I did, and he was like, yo, my nigga, I'm gonna tell you something straight up. He was like, yo, you one of the luckiest motherfuckers I know. I was like, nigga, lucky? I'm like, nigga, you see my situation? You call this lucky? He's like, nah, bro, you're not hearing me, my nigga. Like, nigga, since we was kids, every time you did some bullshit, nigga, you made it out of that shit clean somehow. He was like, and then trust me, this is coming from the source, cause nigga, I witnessed this shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, you gotta understand, ain't nothing gonna change for you, my nigga, until you get out, my nigga. Like, you have to get the fuck out.
Yeah, you want to decide.
You can't play both fucking sides. It was like my mind, I'm telling myself, yeah, yo, this is what I want to do with my daughter, and I want to make sure my daughter's this, but yet I'm fucking backtracking, nigga, doing bullshit.
Yeah,
like
little extra stuff.
You know what I mean? Like
extra stuff good.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. Like before that bullshit, nigga, I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? Like running down on niggas, and I had a situation where
my older bro said to me back in the day, and I'm listening. I laughed at him and said, "You either hustle." Or you're gonna gangbang. You can't do both. So, but if you do both, guess what? You're gonna go down to destruction. I'm like, man, fuck out of here. And then it's real out here, man.
It is. You get that wake up call. Everybody gets theirs at a different time, but you gonna get that motherfucker.
Yes, you do.
And that shit, like I said, like you, like she said, I commend you, my nigga. Like,
nah, but
I commend you.
Right, and what you're talking about, as I learned, man, we're all born with a certain purpose, a certain assignment. And if you're not aligning with your God-given purpose and your assignment, He will keep on creating inconsistencies in your life, situations to get your attention. And that's what you're talking about.
And you got my like, cause you always have the signs. He always tells you it's good.
But He'll give you the signs too when you're doing the right thing too.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And I had to wake up to those too.
Right.
I had to wake up to those. I had to stop putting shit to the side, nigga. Like, I'm not having no time. Look at the fucking picture. You know what I'm saying? Let motherfuckers go. Stay away from bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Again, energy, man. Like I used to know I used to know I'm around some fucked up.
Yeah, it's like more like today. Like for me, man. Like it's just certain. I listen to a lot of motivational speakers. Like I listen to that shit more than music. A lot of people know. And it's like Jim Rohn said, man. I don't compromise my morals, my principles. I don't do anything illegal. I don't do anything that'll put me in a situation where I will lose control of my life anymore.
That's right.
I can't.
That's right.
I lost too much time. I lost too much. I can't.
You can't get that motherfucker back.
You can't get it back. And at this point,
it's not worth it.
Well, I understand. But see, I don't push my lifestyle. Like I'm still around the niggas on the block. I'm still around everybody. I meet people where they're at. but I do let you know where I'm at. Anybody I know around, when I come around, they know he don't drink, he don't get high, he don't do this, he doesn't do that.
And
it got to a point where my story, my sobriety, my recovery, and the way of life that I'm living, I'm proud of it now. It's like, you know what I mean? And at that point, it's like
you have control.
I mean, God got us, but at the same point, I'm following His moral compass. I'm following the compass, and Thy will, my will. I try. I fall short in some situations. Anger is still there, and there's still situations where, you know, I gotta repent and ask for forgiveness. But most of the part, I try to stay in His will. I try to do the next right thing.
That's what it's about, though. Trying, bro.
Right.
Putting the effort forth, because ain't nobody fucking perfect.
Nah.
You gonna fuck up.
If you perfect, if you trying to be perfect, you think perfect. You have a headache, cause that shit's hard. Anybody trying to be perfect is hard.
Because there's no such thing as perfection.
No such thing as perfect, though.
You just gotta try to be the best version of yourself as you could be. Like, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to stray away from, you know, what you know inside that you're not. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I look at it now.
Know who you are.
No, you have to know who you are. And again, another problem with this next wave of people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just men and it's just males and females out there that just lost as fuck, bro. Like,
yo, but you know what I've noticed, like dealing, because as we open Dope World up and I deal with the younger ones and I have these conversations and people at I work in a detox too, and I speak to the youth.
You said Dope World, right?
Yeah, Dope World.
So you want to explain what Dope World is?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. As I got you. Dope World is basically a Dope World organization. We call it Dope World using the devil's tricks on people to lure you in. Because right when you see dope, the hood's gonna. I want to change the hood.
That's tough.
Fuck the people that are already doing good. They don't need my help. They can be motivated, but my target is where I came from.
Right.
I can't tell you Jesus is good on the shirt, and you niggas ain't buying that.
Right.
You know, it's not appealing. Unfortunately, we live in a day and time where positivity is on that level. It's like, okay,
it's not looked at.
All right, yeah. So Dope World is basically Dope World organization. People in the world overcoming obstacles. That's dope. So anybody in that situation, we consider that dope. And yeah, man. And as I'm dealing with these younger dudes. You want to know the real truth behind a lot of this craziness? It's our generation, because it's a lot of bad parenting.
Right.
A lot of these young dudes, they come from these situations where these young mothers had them, and the young mother was already fucked up. So the family tree got so fucked up at the roots, and then it grew to these branches.
That's a fact.
These little niggas is lost.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And this is where it really fucked up. So hip hop changed. We was in a day and time where, like that picture he got right there, at least if rap music was for you, because I call hip hop my religion, not, you know what I mean? Spirituality and religion is two different things. Hip hop's my religion. Right. I can actually go learn how to be a man from some of these rappers that are not here no more. These young dudes didn't have that shit. They don't have it.
What
they gonna tell you to sip lean, do perks.
Yeah, what they got right now.
Right.
But the sad part is that's all they got. And they sit with that shit. And this is why
everybody have 30s. Around 30s.
Yeah.
30s.
Right.
It's wild, bro. It's wild, the chain effect and the ripple in the ocean when you throw the thing. Right. The ripple affected everybody.
Their influence, man, is just
the loss.
It's fucked up.
So I feel for them, and that's why we reach out to the youth and we bring them in, because I want to innovate and just show you the real power, because the kick of why I dedicate my life to this way of life. So as you know, when a girl is using drugs and there's a baby inside at that stage, you have babies born 1 pound, 2 pounds, malnourished, all types of things. And I did not want that shit for my son, man. And I got down to that detox and I made an oath with him, man. And since that day, he been keeping his promise one day at a time, and I keep my promise one day at a time. And she gave, under all those circumstances, gave birth to a healthy baby boy. 10 pounds. Didn't need methadone. He didn't need medication. And the hospital told me, she was like, most of the time it's a horror story, sometimes it's a miracle. She was like, you fell into this percentage today.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like we was talking about the signs and talking to you. That's been talking to you right there. Like, bro, look at.
And ever since then, I don't break that promise, man.
If you can overcome seeing this, you can overcome anything.
Yeah. So that's what drives this, man. You know what I mean? That's what's driving this whole thing. You know, we got this. You know what I mean? I'm 2 projects in from last year. We got the Dope World Organization Volume 1 about to drop. I'll make the announcement on your show. We got a mixtape with DJ Chubby Chub, Menino Era, throwaway series. Yeah, we're gonna tell him.
Drop it first.
Yeah.
Chubby Chub,
You got it first.
Shout out Mike Clips. The video's already done. It's probably one of my craziest videos when you're sitting on it. And
when you see this,
yeah, I'm gonna show you after the show, man. I'll show y'all. And Dope World Volume 1, Menino Era, throwaway series, and then the real project, I Exit Me to Enter Myself, May God Be With You drops in June, and we're gonna be on Spotify, we're gonna be on Apple Music. That comes out April 2nd, 4 songs. We got Raining, Grove Hall to Dudley Street.
We just talked by the way.
Yeah, and what the fuck is the other 2? There's so much going on, bro. But there's 4 songs, so people can now start listening to me, and we can start getting paid because I had to get my paperwork right.
Right, of course.
I had to get the BMI, we had to get the distro kit, and then what I didn't know, I had to go back because I'm a YouTube beat user. Yeah. I keep it real. Everything I'm gonna keep it 1,000 real. I had to go back and find the beat, hit the dude up, and I had to do leases. I got my paper. You know what I mean? Shout out Puda, shout out fucking Sonus out in California, like the original music that I got that no one's heard yet. Like we got something coming. Shout out Chubb for what he's about to do, man. This project we got, like
that's dope.
Yeah, so I'll give you that. You know what I mean? We was trying to keep it a secret.
Love, no, we see this. Love exclusive for us, man. Love it.
The first thing about the EP, keep going,
whatever you want to slide up in there, brother, you slide up in there. We'll take that.
So Majestic, right?
Oh,
so you know,
we need another interview for that.
We get a little taste out. Get a little taste.
What you need to know about Majestic, man? See what we're doing?
Yeah, I like it because you rocking a little fly jail.
Everybody been through something. You're Majestic. You're one of a kind. You know what I mean? Like everybody been through some rape. You know what I mean? Everybody addiction, everything. You know what I mean? It's it's a positive movement. But let me tell you, keep it solid.
Yes.
My wife came up with that.
Pretty Jones, PJ.
But I'm 100. You feel me? Because most niggas be oh nigga, that's me.
Yeah.
Nah, I was in the bed. You know, I had to push DVD shit going. They, you know what I mean? That shit happened. Boom, boom, boom. Ain't gonna talk about that. The money and her little bitch said, babe, I'm like, yo, I'll come up with something. I can't just say it. I'm so used to doing shit. You know what I mean? So she was like, Majestic. And I'm like, yeah. Then I'm like, looked at her, she looked at me, I'm like,
I never heard this story.
I'm like, say, oh, you did?
I never heard it.
Oh, yeah. That's how it came up, though. I was like, some people won't admit it, though. You know what I mean? Like,
I know how I go.
But yeah, that's how it came up.
I remember when
I took that, ran through it, and hit my man up. He came with the logo. I'm looking at different logos. I'm like, yo, babe, this one. She's like, nah, you know,
they gonna know.
Every strong king is a stronger queen behind. But we don't give them recognition.
I learned that.
No bullshit, so. You know what I mean? She like, and she's picky. You know what I mean? Like, you know how it went picky as shit. And like, she was like, yo, this is the logo. I that one. I was gonna take it, took it and ran with it. And been moving since.
LLC.
I got the LLC, everything, you know.
Website coming?
Website's done.
Oh yeah.
Talk about it.
Website's done, but we ain't gonna put it out yet. Cause we can't give you nothing 50%. We gotta put all our hands. You know what I mean? So
keep us updated.
Of course, and I'm gonna make sure I get y'all some. You already. Yeah.
Ever since I seen it from my first, how many years ago was
that? Look, he came, most niggas want shit free. He said, nigga, I'm buying this shit. I was trying to give it to him free at first. He was like, nah, nigga, right on the side street down there. Yeah, you know, like
at that time, it was just t-shirts at the time?
T-shirts at the time.
Yeah, I remember that was the early stages, right?
That's the beginning of it.
The beginning of it,
But now we got, I can't even tell you what we got. You know what I mean? It's It's coming.
All right.
Yeah, it's good,
I still
man.
got them t-shirts too.
I got the new. You see new hoodie with the
I see
yellow?
you. That's what nigga. I wrote in the best of my nigga. I need that.
I
That's fire.
my wifey designed that, man. She was going crazy, man. Like,
I mean, I've been seeing y'all him with the stuff on his posts and
oh
shit.
yeah, everything he gave, you know, he the
You know
first one
what?
the
I ain't
first.
even
But
going
I
through
remember Zay the guy was the first
I ain't
nigga
even
getting
going
it.
through you. I ain't even
Oh yeah, you already know what
I gotta
that is.
connect.
Right. I remember Zay the guy was on first and different. I mean, but yeah, like this shit's about to take off, dog.
I see
What
what
we got, man.
smooth.
No.
Got the smooth.
Yeah.
logo.
Yeah, man, we got the show next Friday. Yeah,
What
man.
show at?
What show you got going?
It's a March shout out Boom Squad Radio it's in Fall River.
Madness or something like is that?
The Madness, March Madness, Mike Madness,
Okay.
something like that, Murder Madness,
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna be up there, man.
Gotta be careful with COVID, man, for shit real.
yeah, it is real.
I'm telling
It
you.
is real, yeah, it is. Yeah, but there's a few artists on there. Shout out Brandon Grimes, he's coming through. We'll be performing Ghetto Rose up there.
Motherfucker right there.
D Money, there's a couple people.
Remind me of my New York nigga.
Yeah, he look, Brandon Grimes a hustle motherfucker.
He really is.
Nigga for real. That nigga wear 1,000 different fucking suits.
Telling you, nigga, he remind me of a Harlem nigga. That's what he remind me of. And fast talking ass motherfucker. Yeah.
He got good intentions.
No, he do. He do.
Good intentions. Yeah, man. Show's dope, though. Man. I see what y'all doing, though.
Hey,
Let's go grow.
Like you
Let's
said,
go
yeah,
grow.
yeah.
Y'all shit got to grow. Listen.
like I said, I'm a patient individual.
Of course.
Right.
Never try to rush shit.
I was really happy we had this, and he had hit me up. We could have rushed it and everything, and your patience.
Remember.
He hit me up, and he's like, "Hey, no problem."
That's it.
And it's like we gotta give you the whole combo, man.
Exactly, because
On
when he
gauge
told
and
me
exit.
Daniels are gonna be there, I'm like, oh, then that can't happen.
Yeah, I be busy though, man. Fuck it, but everywhere you see him, you see me anyway. So
That's true,
man.
That's
Unless
so
I'm really
when
like-
it's been right to do it like that.
unless I'm busy, but nigga, I'm never busy when come to my brother. You feel me?
Right.
But yeah,
Definitely
Yeah.
like having both of you guys together.
I appreciate
appreciate y'all, man, for the interview, man. We definitely coming back.
No,
Next time I come back, I gotta. He can't be. I'm gonna bring the wife, and we're gonna do a real breakdown.
Let's do it.
Let her
Everything.
talk.
Let's get the origin.
You feel me? Like the real shit, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I mean, I appreciate y'all, man.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That's what it's
man.
about here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know the tagline, bro. If it ain't real talk, please be quiet. I want everybody to
Yes,
come
sir.
in.
If it ain't real talk, please be
Let
quiet.
them
Keep your
know.
mouth shut,
You know what I
huh?
mean?
I like that.
Stay quiet.
I just want
All day.
everybody to come through. We want to get the realest stories.
Of course.
No.
And so far, everybody's been feeling so comfortable, and they really tell
Right,
us
be yourself.
the real. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Gotta
I want
be
the
yourself.
real stories. I
Nah,
want
I'm
to
happy
hear
to
about
do
it.
this, man.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna hit you with the regular questions.
Right,
like, you know,
right.
who's your favorite rapper? Like, we'll get to that. We'll come across to that. But I want to know about you, and I want the people to know
Who you are,
Who
what
you
your
are.
color is, what you like to eat.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to watch
What make you
shit.
laugh, what make you cry.
You
You know
dig?
what I'm saying?
I want people to watch the shit and say, yo, oh shit,
can learn
these niggas
from
that know you, like, I didn't know that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first time I heard that. You know what I mean? That's what I want. You know what I mean?
All day.
So again, you know what I'm saying? Salute you, brothers. You know what I mean?
Hey, baby.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. You already know Ben Love.
Giving you flowers while you still
Why
here.
you stay? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like they've been saying, that's
appreciate
what
y'all.
it's about. You know what I mean? I feel like us that are still here with that mind frame, you know, we really got to give each other them damn flowers, man. 'Cause
Yeah, we do. I try, yeah.
this time on this earth here.
Time too short, man. It's long about
short.
promise, man.
You know what I mean? A lot of us done had the close calls. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta look at that like another eye opener.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
You know?
All day.
So my
You know what it
G's.
is.
My G's.
Actuality Speaks
What's up,
podcast.
man?
Ooh.
Shit, man.
Actuality Speak Podcast.
Show love to him, man.
Please,
Real,
please,
man.
They
Show love to him, man.
You dig?
All day.
Let's go.
It's your boy 7 Sins,
Rodriguez.
and this is Actuality Speaks,
Podcast, baby.
the realest conversations,
The realest stories.
the realest topics,
The realest people. And of course,
the realest hosts. It's Actuality Speaks. If it ain't real talk,
just stay silent.